Binance's CZ pleads guilty to violating anti-money laundering requirements and will reportedly step down as the CEO. Kraken, another major crypto exchange, is attacked by the SEC. The SEC labels more altcoins as securities and much more. This video is not financial advice. Read disclaimers on the screen. Binance's CZ pleads guilty to violating anti-money laundering requirements according to the Wall Street Journal. Binance founder Changpeng Zhao, or CZ, has agreed to step down as the CEO of the crypto exchange as the Department of Justice prepares to announce that it secured a $4.3 billion settlement with the company. Okay, so I've got all the plea agreements right here. Now, there are two plea agreements. One is personally for CZ. So CZ, or Zhao, will plead guilty to violations of the Bank Secrecy Act and other related laws. He has agreed to a fine of $50 million, which will be credited against payments made to the Commodity Futures Trading Commission if paid by the sentencing date. Zhao is prohibited from making any public statements contradicting his admission of guilt or the facts established in the case. Now, Binance as the company also has a plea agreement. Binance will plead guilty to operating an unlicensed money transmitting business, violating the BSA, once again the BSA is the Bank Secrecy Act, and concluding prohibited transactions with Iran. Binance agrees to the facts stated in the plea agreement and commits to full cooperation with the government. CZ has resigned as the CEO of Binance, and the company has barred him from future involvement in its operations for 3 years from the date a monitor is appointed. Binance must enhance its compliance program and appoint an independent monitor for 3 years. At the plea agreement's end, Binance's CEO and Chief Compliance Officer must certify compliance with the plea agreement terms. Binance consents to a fine of approximately $1.805 billion, reflecting a discount for partial cooperation to be paid within 15 months post-sentencing. Binance will also pay money judgment of approximately $2.511 billion, part of which is related to transactions with US users, and another part related to transactions involving Iran, to be paid within specific timeframes post-sentencing. Binance, like Zhao, cannot make public statements contradicting their acceptance of responsibility or the facts described in their respective plea agreements. This is relatively very good for CZ if you compare him to other major crypto figures such as Sam Bankman-Fried, who are in jail for life. He basically just has to pay a couple fines and all of these things against Binance himself will go away. He still owns his full stake in Binance, but he can't really do anything in the company itself for 3 years. And then after 3 years, after they have an independent monitor, he can just come back. CZ also just tweeted out this: "Today I stepped down as the CEO of Binance. Admittedly, it was not easy to let go emotionally, but I know it is the right thing to do. I made mistakes and I must take responsibility. This is best for our community and for Binance and for myself. Binance is no longer a baby. It is time for me to let it walk and run. I know Binance will continue to grow and excel with the deep bench it has." Richard Teng, who was their head of regional markets, has now been named the new CEO of Binance. Prior to joining Binance, Richard was the CEO of the Financial Services Regulatory Authority at Abu Dhabi Global Market, Chief Regulatory Officer of the Singapore Exchange, and Director of Corporate Finance in the Monetary Authority of Singapore. But as a shareholder and the former CEO with historical knowledge of the company, CZ will still remain available to the team to consult as needed, consistent with the framework set out in the US agency resolutions. What's next for CZ though? I will take a break first. I have not had a single day off for real for the last 6.5 years. After that, my current thinking is I'll probably do some passive investing, being a minority token / shareholder in startups in areas of blockchain / Web3 / DeFi, AI and biotech. I am happy that I will finally have more time to spend looking at DeFi. I can't see myself being a CEO driving a startup again though. I am content being a one-shot lucky entrepreneur. Should there be listeners, I may be open to being a coach / mentor to a small number of upcoming entrepreneurs privately. If for nothing else, I can at least tell them what not to do. On that note, I am proud to point out that in our resolutions with the US agencies, they do not allege that Binance misappropriated any user funds and do not allege that Binance engaged in any market manipulation. Funds are safe. With that, I look forward to seeing the new leadership take the reins. Please join me in congratulating Richard on his well-deserved promotion. Guys, honestly, CZ is a king. He dodged everything that happened over the past bear market. His rivals are literally in prison, and he basically got out scot-free with just a couple fines, and funds are safe, most importantly. Other people have commented, such as AB Abacus, saying that this potentially paves the way for the spot Bitcoin ETF approval, as Binance, being one of the major roadblocks because, the US obviously doesn't like Binance, is gone. Claim up to $30,000 by signing up to the best cryptocurrency exchange right now using the link below. You can do anything you want with this 30k, you can trade with it, you can invest with it, and it's a pretty decent way to set yourself up for the potential coming bull market. So if you click the link in the description down below, it will bring you to this page right here where you can sign up and take a look at all the bonuses they are offering. If you can't get the 30k one, there's also a bunch of smaller bonuses you can go for. And not only that, I'll also send you a free airdrop strategy guide for all the airdrops I plan on farming and making 6 figures on, if and only if you sign up to Bybit using my link. Kraken, another major crypto exchange, has once again received a complaint from the SEC alleging that it operates as an unregistered national securities exchange, broker, and clearinghouse. Now, what's pretty funny is that the SEC already tried to do this and the court rejected it outright. In fact, Jesse Powell, the owner of Kraken, also settled with the SEC for $30 million in February, so I have no idea why they are re-attacking Kraken. But yeah, according to the owner of Kraken, the message is clear. $30 million in fines buys you about 10 months before the SEC comes around to extort you again. Lawyers can do a lot with 30 million, but the SEC knows that a real fight will likely cost 100 million plus and valuable time. If you can't afford it, get your crypto company out of the US war zone. Now, Kraken is known as an exchange that did really try to abide by the laws, but I guess, the US is just that deadly to anything related to crypto. Even they couldn't escape being just harassed absolutely by the SEC. Kraken, however, will continue to operate as normal. The real interesting thing about all of this, though, is that the SEC is back to their old shenanigans of labeling certain altcoins as securities. So as they were suing them, the SEC wrote this: Kraken currently makes available for trading crypto assets that have been the subject of prior SEC enforcement actions based upon their status as crypto asset securities, including crypto assets trading under the symbols ADA for Cardano, AXS, Algo, Atom, CHZ, Coti, Dash, Filecoin, Flow, ICP, Mana, Matic, Near, Omise Go, Sand, and Solana. So according to the SEC, all of these are once again securities. Bittrex, which was the largest crypto exchange back in my day in 2017, but has since kind of fallen off, but it's still a pretty decently sized exchange, has finally announced that they have decided to wind down its operations. Effective Monday, the 4th December 2023, all trading activity on Bittrex Global will now be disabled. After that date, customers will only be able to withdraw assets as part of the winding down process. And I believe once again this just has to do with the bad regulatory environment in the US. This is the first time something like this has happened in crypto, as the Aragon DAO has voted yes to sue the Aragon team directly for the unfair redemption offer. If you guys weren't aware, Aragon is a project worth about $200 million, and now their decentralized governance for the project is officially suing the team behind the project. So yeah, this vote has officially gone through and they've agreed to sue the team. And yeah, this is just basically due to the fact that when the team shut down the Ant token, they did it in a way that the community didn't really like, and they did it also without a vote. So that shouldn't really be legal according to the DAO. Ordinals exploded on Bitcoin, making Bitcoin fees go incredibly high. They then moved to Matic/Polygon, also breaking recent transaction records there. And ordinals have now officially arrived on Avalanche, as Avalanche gets the ordinals bump and sets a new transaction record. It seems like the hype for ordinals is not going down. They just seem to be spreading to more and more networks. Are ordinals the new NFTs? Like and subscribe with the notification turned on, and I'll see you tomorrow. This video is not financial advice. Read disclaimers on the screen.